Hi guys, welcome to our channel Swipe to Learn. Welcome to the second video of Python series. In the previous series, you have gone through the basic syntax, comments, and why Python is essential, and the basic concepts about the compiler, interpreter, and so on. And you have already installed your Python compilers and ready to code, right? So in this video, we'll be seeing about variables, data types, and some interesting MCQs at the end. Let's move. So variable. As you all know, we have several data to be stored into our compilers or a system. So variables are generally referred as names that stores our data types. Say we have data types many, suppose 10, Nellore, many other words. We need to store all this data into our system. So for this we use the variables. Variables are many types and we can see all the types in the video. So we have certain rules to be followed. So to call any data type, we need a variable. With the name only we can call it. Am I right? So let's see the variable declaration rules. A variable must always start with a letter or an underscore, and it can't be start with a number. Suppose variable name starts with 1, A is an invalid variable, and a variable name can contain all the digits 0 to 9 and alphabet characters and an underscore. An underscore can be in the middle of the variable name or at the start. Variable names are case sensitive as age and age both are different. Suppose if you say A equals to 10, capital A equals to something, these two variables are different and you can refer them. And a variable name should not be the Python keyword. In the previous video, you have seen the 33 keywords in the Python. And then say for example, A equals to 15. Whenever the compiler or interpreter reads the statement in any of the programming language, A is treated as a variable and this is the value. This is the variable and this is the value. So whenever we see this A, the compiler understands this as a variable because of the equal to, it assigns this value to this. Now, what the compiler or interpreter does in the memory, they allocate certain memories. Say the memory location is of 200 to 300. So it allocates the variable A in this location. So whatever this A value equals to 15, so the address of the variable A will be 200 and the value will be 15. This is how variables are stored inside. Let's see how to declare variables and let's see the proper variables. And as you can see here, A equals to 15. Let's declare this variable and let's declare some other undefined variables. Say starts with 8 EIG equals to say some value hello. And let's use the end. It's the first keyword, right? As you can see, you can also see the color difference. And let's say end equals to 12. So let's run this. 8 is the invalid decimal literal because it's not the proper variable name. And as I told an interpreter, it identified the error in the line 3 but not in the line 4. Let's fix this. You can use underscore here. Then you got end. As I told in the theory of theory of computation, we remove end with E. It gives A and E. Now you can get it. Yeah. You have declared all these variables and now you can access them. Yep. We got the value A equals 15. In the same way, you can access any of the variable. Let's read A and E now. Yeah. Let's go back. Now the data types. Whatever the values we have assigned, they have some value, right? Here, A equals to 10. This is a value of integer because it's a number. And if you see this B equals to high Python, It is a type of string. If you see C equals to 10.5, this is a type of float because it's a decimal point values. So here is the classification of data types. The data types are classified into 5 types: numeric, dictionary, boolean, set, sequence type. We'll be discussing all of these in our future videos. See, numeric is again classified into integer, complex number, and float. Integer are the common numbers, say 10, 20. Complex number 10 plus I. I defines the complex number. Float takes the point values. Whereas dictionary takes key value pairs. It matches the certain keys with a value. Each and every key possesses a unique value. This is a dictionary data type. Boolean, as you all know, Boolean gives true or false values. In our compilers and interpreters, 0 is false, 1 is true. 0 stands false. These are all the two Boolean values. And then when we move on with the sequence type, we have strings, list, tuples. These are like sequence of characters, group of characters. As you see in this hi, this is a string, as you all know. H is a character, I is a character. Together, this sequence of character is called as string. In the same way, list, tuple, they enclose the group of characters, and with the help of type of, you will be getting the which class of the data type does the variable belongs. Let's see this data type conventions. Okay, we have 3 here. Let's make A and E as float. Now let's see each of the variables. Print type of A. Let's see. Here you got it's of class integer because A equals to 15 is an integer. Let's see for A and E. It's a type of class float. Next, underscore IG. It's of type string. So when we use of type of operator, we will be getting the which type does the variable belongs to. And let's see the deletion of variables. Deletion, once a variable created, throughout the program, the variable is unique. We can change the values, but we can't use a value again. Like we can use A in any of the operations. Say print A plus 5, the answer must be 15 plus 5, that is 20. Yeah, you got the 20 here, right? But we can't delete the instance of A. Say in the memory, we can't delete the A value as 15. But we can make the A value as 20. But we can't delete the memory space. To delete the memory space, let's use del A. Now it's deleted. So let's see print of A. It's an error because A is not defined. We have removed the variable A and its memory space. Now let's get back. Let's see the casting. Casting is the process of converting data types from high level to low level or low level to high level. Say, for example, you have an expression with integer, string, float, etc. With these all things, you can't be able to make these three and produce a result, right? So we need to convert all these data types into one single data format so that you can perform the operation. Let me make it simple. Say, for example, 10 plus 12 plus 13.54. If you want to do addition, you add zeros, right? For easy addition. In the same way, we need to convert the data types. So casting is the process of converting data types. We generally convert the low order data type to high order data. Suppose like int can be converted to float or string. Float can be converted to string like this. So these are the functions. Whenever we use int off, we can convert any of the decimal from int. Float off to convert into a float number, string off to convert. We can also convert from float to int. Say variable is 10.50. If we convert it into int, it gives 10. The decimal part got truncated. it results in the loss of value. So we mostly won't use conversion from high order type to low order type. We generally convert low order type to high order type. Let's see the casting in practical. Okay, now I'm converting this float data type to string. ANE is equals to string of ANE. Now let's see the type of ANE. I'll remove these print statements. Yeah, you got it as string class. You can also convert it into integer. See, you got it from class integer. You can also make floats into string, string into float. Okay, then let's convert it into string and then print ANE. Let's run. You got it as class. And 12.0 is same because it won't take it into decimal points to measure the value and truncate the zero. It takes as a string. So this is why we use casting, and it provides an easier way to convert from the data types. See, here are your MCQs. Pause the video and try the MCQ and then come back, resume your video and then check with your answer. So let's see now what will be the output of the following code. It's given x is equals to 5 plus 10. Generally, you know that plus, it's a concatenation operator. Plus is concatenation operator. You'll be seeing about all the operators in the future coming videos. So this is of type integer. 10 is of type string. We can't add two different data types. Now, if you want to produce the result x, you can convert this integer 5 to string of 5 plus string, already it's 10. Then the result would be 5, 10. If not, then option 1 will be satisfied. If you make this as 5 and you convert this 10 into integer 10, then the result would be 5 plus 10, 15. But now there are no any conversions, so the answer would be error because we can't add two different operand types. Moving on to next question. Same, pause the video and find for your answer. Now we want to initialize a variable my_var with the value 10.5 and we have to ensure it's as an integer. So the best part is to convert it into int and integer 10.5. As you all know, Python dynamically it takes the value. If you give it as a 10.5, it automatically treats it as float. If you give it as 10, it converts into int. If you give it enclosed quotes, it will take it as a string. Python is a dynamically typed language because we no need to type anything about our data type. It will take it automatically. Let's move on to next question. 5 and 5. This is of type A is of type string and B is of type integer. And C equals to A star B. Here star is an operand. So the string 5 is repeated how many times? In 5 times. So the result would be 5, 5, 5 and 5. Option B is the answer here. Next question. This is a way of taking input. We have taken input name, age, and we wanted to print in a string. Your age is so and so. Here, the value of this to be print is age plus 5. Age is of type string, name, and this number 5 is of type integer. In the same previously, we can't add two different operand types. If you convert this age into integer, and then we can use it. So here we use this typecasting. That's what the major use case of typecasting. No? If you convert this age, then you'll be getting into the error. Otherwise, now it's an error. We can't concatenate two different operand sets. So it's a concatenation error. Input error is not because input is valid syntax, and logically also we can write this because syntactically it is not, it is correct, but concatenation is the error. Let's move on to next question. Here x is 7, 7 by 2. 7 by 2, what will be the value? It will be 3.5. It's of type float. So it's will be class of float because it's saying type of byte. That's the end of the questions, I guess. Now we have one more question. Number is 3.14. This is in the format of string. Say num equals to string, and let's convert result. Firstly, float of num. Float, when we convert this into float, num will become 3.14. Now this float is converted into int again, int of something, int of float of num. When we convert this, it will become 3. So the answer will be 3. Moving on to next question. Yes, we are done. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop in the comment box. Now we are done with variables data types. Next, we will be moving with strings. Strings is a very important concept, like where you will be getting from the basic methods and very easy. And you can also do some of the programs in the next coming video. We'll be doing around 5 to 6 programs on strings. Strings are easy and also they are very competitive because strings are so confusing if you don't get into a right path. We have so many operations to be performed on strings and methods, and these are also very important for placements. So we'll be seeing about methods, their manipulation, their declarations, and everything.